Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to another segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. We continue our recitation from Asa Mahalla Panjama, composition of the fifth Nanak, Guru Arjan, in the rag Asa. The recitation. Kaam Krodh Maya Madh Matasar, a-sabad-a-day sabbe jue hare, ਸਤ ਸੰਤੋਖ ਦਇਆ ਧਰਮ ਸੱਚ, ਇਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਗ੍ਰਹਿ ਭੀਤਰ ਵਾਰੇ, ਜਨਮ ਮਰਨ ਚੂਕੇ ਸਭੇ ਭਾਰੇ, ਮਿਲਤ ਸੰਗ ਭਇਓ ਮਨ ਨਿਰਮਲ, ਗੁਰ ਪੂਰੇ ਲੈਖਿਨ ਮਹਿਤਾਰੇ ਰਹਾਓ। ਸਭ ਕੀ ਰੇਨ ਹੋਏ ਰਹੇ ਮਨੁਆ, ਸਗਲੇ ਦੀਸਹਿ ਮੀਤ ਪਿਆਰੇ, ਸਭ ਮਧੇ ਰਵਿਆ ਮੇਰਾ ਠਾਕੁਰ, ਦਾਨ ਦੇਤ ਸਭ ਜੀ ਸੰਹਾਰੇ। ਏਕੋ ਏਕ ਆਪ ਏਕ ਏਕੈ, ਏਕੈ ਹੈ ਸਗਲਾ ਪਾਸਾਰੇ, ਜਪ ਜਪ ਹੋਏ ਸਗਲ ਸਾਧ ਜਨ, ਏਕ ਨਾਮ ਧਿਆਏ ਬਹੁਤ ਉਧਾਰੇ। ਗਹਿਰ ਗੰਭੀਰ ਬੇਅੰਤ ਗੁਸਾਈ, ਅੰਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਛ ਪਾਰਾਵਾਰੇ, ਤੁਮਾਰੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਤੇ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਵੇ ਨਾਨਕ, ਧਿਆਏ ਧਿਆਏ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕੋ ਨਮਸਕਾਰੇ। ਕਾਮ ਕ੍ਰੋਧ ਮਾਇਆ ਮਦ ਮਤਸਰ, ਇਹ ਖੇਲਤ ਸਭ ਜੂਏ ਹਾਰੇ, ਸਤ ਸੰਤੋਖ ਦਇਆ ਧਰਮ ਸੱਚ, ਇਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਗ੍ਰਹਿ ਭੀਤਰ ਵਾਰੇ। So there is a contrast here. The Guru talks about being ensnared, in a game, this worldly game. Sab jue hare, losing. We stake ourselves in this worldly game and give away everything by becoming entangled in jealousy, in anger and desires. Kaam Krodh Maya Madh Matasar. So the recommendation is, cultivate in the mind apne greh bhitar ware, the virtues of contentment, of compassion, of right conduct, of truthfulness. These are the virtues that we should be cultivating in place of living in jealousy, anger, and desires. Janam maran chuke sab pare, milat sang bhayo man nirmal, gur pure lekhin mehtare. So, milat sang bhayo man nirmal, by assimilating that impeccable wisdom, this is how it'll happen. The cultivation of virtue, that is. Assimilate this complete knowledge, Guru Pura. By doing that, the mind will be transformed. Khin mehtare, in an instant, because it is intuitive. And then it will unburden itself of the weight of birthing and dying. Janama marana chuke sab pare. So contact with the Guru wisdom, Milat Sang, renders the mind pure. Nirmal, which means devoid of dirt, pure. So to say that the mind becomes free of dirt suggests clarity of purpose. And we'll talk about this. Sabki rain hoye rahe manua, sagle deesehe meet pyare, sab madhe ravya mera thakur, daan det sab jeeb samhare. So when the mind comes in contact with good wisdom, it gains insights. And the insight is, sab madhe ravya mera thakur. In the midst of everything, Ravya mera thakur, the master of the universe, the creator, Ravya, shines like a brilliant sun. In other words, it reflects, this creation is a reflection of that master. Daan det sab ji samhare. It's the giver of life. It is the sustainer of life. So that is the insight that comes to us through good wisdom. And one recognizes the interconnectedness of everything. Sab ki rein hoye rahe manua, sagale deese meet pyare. So when you see the same divine essence reflected in everything, permeating everything, well, then sagale deese meet pyare is a logical outcome, because you will see everyone as connected to you. And it is then that you can think about sab ki rein hoye rahe in the service of humanity, which is a cardinal principle of Gurmat. Evolve yourself, help others evolve. That is what is meant by sab ki rein hoye rahe. Eko ek aap ek ek hai sagla pasare. So this one is unique without a second, and it manifests itself in its expanse. Jap jap hoye sagal saad jan ek naam te aaye bahut udare. So perfection has been achieved by many through constant reflection and contemplation on naam, self-knowledge. Gehar gambhir बेअंत गोसाई अंत नहीं किछ पारा वारे तुम्हारी कृपा ते गुण गावे नानक ते आए प्रभु को नमस्कारे. Deep, profound, limitless is the protector. It is without boundaries, and Nanak says, it is by your grace that I sing to your glory and submit to your wisdom. So here, the Guru is talking about the ego mind, which is our default state. What he's saying is that the ego mind, the consciousness that we ordinarily live in, is burdened with fear, primarily fear of birth and death. Although there's other kinds of fears that stem from this, but death and unbecoming is something that burdens us. And yet, death is a certainty, the Guru tells us, and we know it. So to live in fear of what is inevitable becomes a burden. Par. And a burden drains us. It drains us of our innate aliveness. You know how it is to walk around with a weight. And this burden, the Guru says, carries with it a toxic byproduct. Jealousy, Matasar, which claws at us with the talons of lust and anger, Kaam Krodh. And it ensnares us, Maya, into a gamble where we put our lives at stake. Indeed, we gamble it away. Sabbe jue hare. So good wisdom makes the ego mind nirmal, pure. So to make something pure is to relieve it of its contaminants, of its dirt. And the dirt here is the ego, from which we see stems jealousy and its attendants, lust and anger. So purity implies transparency and clarity, which enables the mind to see intuitively that the divine essence permeates everything. Sabamade Ravya Mera Thakur, the interconnectedness of everything, where no one then is a stranger. Sagale dise meet pyare. And it is then that the mind dissolves into something complete and greater than itself, which is sukh, sab ki rein hoye rahe manua. And it is this unselfing of the mind that we were talking about, which is the basis of true service. And the Guru shares the wisdom through Guru Arjan. When he says, my master shines brilliantly through everything, and it is the giver of life and sustainer, the source of all diversity. So essentially what we are being asked to do is to protect the mind against its own foibles by cultivating cardinal virtues. Virtues of contentment, compassion, right conduct. So the world is a gamble, and all can be lost in the blink of an eye. Virtue, Naam, here, is the seedbed for flourishing, for aliveness, and it is an insulation against the onslaught of daily life. Because our suffering, you see, arises from our perception of events rather than the events themselves. And the culprit is haume, which distorts our perception, giving rise to jealousy, anger, lust. And wisdom is the antidote to that. On that note, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.